Hello, everybody. Welcome to Talk Now Radio. This is your host, Royce the Redneck Radio Man. And as y'all noticed, I don't have my usual intro. I have a Paranormal Palace, but since I transferred to Talk Now Radio, I haven't got a new intro yet. That'll be coming somewhere down the line. Today, I was going to be interviewing Brandon Hall and one of his co-researchers, Marcus, and we were going to be discussing their ghost research organization and their YouTube channel where they're putting all their videos for this. One of the things I wanted to bring up before I actually started talking to them, though, is since January, since I found out I had emphysema and a couple other lung diseases that are not curable and I'm in a deteriorating condition, I've become a little bit less reliable. So I want to let folks know that if you ever come to the site on a regular show time and I'm not here and the show's not live, not to give up on me here at Talk Now Radio. What probably happened is I probably went back in the hospital, and when I get back out, I'll probably reschedule that show. Just look for my newsletter or my posting at your Facebook or wherever it was at, so you'll know when the show's rescheduled. If I'm ever late with a show or make a no-show, I will always make them up further down the road. So, Brandon, oh wait, one more thing. If you want to call in and ask questions, the number's 832-632-7904, and I do plan to get that put back up on my site. I just keep forgetting. And also, if you want to learn more about Brandon and Pro, you can go to www.paranormalorganization.webs.com, and they got a whole entire site there, and I will be pasting that link into the chat room to make it easy for y'all to copy and paste it in your address bar. So, Brandon, how you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, and it's been nice to meet you recently on your community at Google, and I never did mention to everybody yet, at least not until now, that you also have a Google community called PRO, which stands for Paranormal Research Organization, and there's a lot of people that are starting to join this community where they can talk about ghosts and about his shows and you know, other things of mutual interest. And if you guys already have a Google account anyway, it's really easy just to click the join button and pop right in. They're very friendly folks over there from what I can tell, and a very nice place to be. Brandon, why don't we start this here out with you telling us a little about yourself and what caused you to want to organize this here video thing. This, I guess you want to call it, what, an online TV show?
Yeah.
So, yeah, go ahead.
Well, I guess we're just really interested in the paranormal, and what made me really start with the paranormal is, like, I was at Marcus's house, the one that's with us.
Hi, my name's Marcus. He's at my house.
And we had a couple experiences and stuff. Like, we heard, like, it was just like creepy, and we heard like
whispers, and we also heard like things in the room, like knocking on the walls and stuff.
Yeah, it was terrifying, and I'm just like, so then we decided just to start hunting for ghosts and stuff. And it was just like really interesting.
How long have we had it going? Yeah.
We've had it going for like at least for
a year and a half.
A year, but we first started the YouTube channel in like October. Around there, and that's when we really started, you know, releasing the shows and stuff.
So, did y'all have any discouragement from your parents about doing this type of research? Because I know some parents, especially more religious-oriented ones, might protest to their children doing ghost research.
Well, our parents just tell us to be careful while doing that, because you don't want to pick up, like, on a demon and stuff like that. Whatever, you don't want them to, like, follow you home and stuff like that. So you have to be very careful when you're messing with this stuff. Whatever. We're very godly people. We just don't want anything to do with, you know, like the bad stuff. But
so
we just want to read.
Your parents were supportive then?
Yes, very.
Yeah, they were really supportive. Like, I wanted a ghost hunting kit off of Amazon, and my mom said, just go ahead and buy it. And she went ahead and bought it for me. And when it came, we were really excited.
Well, ordinarily I would not ask that question because most of my guests are fully grown, but you're my first teenage guest, so I couldn't help but be curious because I grew up in a, Pentecostal family, and I know what I would have been told if I would have done that, so I couldn't help but be curious, you know what I mean?
Right.
But at any rate, I've actually had people on like Sierra Sky who have actually reported that they have actually brought spirits back home with them and had to contend with it, and that's not always the easiest thing to do. Have you ever heard of anybody like that having an experience?
I've heard a few things, but, like, you can usually tell if it's, like, an evil spirit or, like, an okay one. Like, my house, like, we think it's haunted, and by a guy named Mr. Miller, because there's his stuff, and he actually died in his house, and his name was Mr. Miller because his stuff was in the shed. And we're actually doing an episode tonight, or two, and you guys can watch that on YouTube, but, like, evil spirits, you can just tell, usually not to mess with them, because, like, if you think it's an evil spirit, then we just automatically think, not to mess with it. But the spirits here and the spirits that we usually mess with and stuff, like, good. They're not really saying anything bad to us or anything when we record EVPs.
So you go out to other people's homes. You're not just investigating your own homes. Is that correct?
Well, we we investigate our own homes, and then we go out and, like, patch the woods and stuff. I mean, we don't really get invited to other people's houses a lot.
Okay. So have you ever went to anybody else's place of business or anything else where you were doing an investigation that maybe perhaps, well, again, I'm just curious. Has anybody ever thought that y'all were kind of young to be doing paranormal investigation, for example?
I told my teachers about it, and they thought I was a little bit too young, but they're just my teachers. But once I told my family and stuff, they had no problem with it, and
they really understood and were supportive about it.
Yeah.
Okay, and now your organization is in Florida, am I correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, do you have an interest in investigating other people's homes if you were to be invited?
Yes, we would be, but we're not for sure if we would be allowed to go to other people's houses and stuff, because, like, we're 13 and, like, 15, whatever, and we're not for sure if we would be completely allowed to.
But I bet you'd be willing to check with your parents and see, though, wouldn't you?
Yeah, most definitely.
Well, Brandon here, he's a little older than you. He's only got, like, 3 more years, and that choice would be on his shoulders alone.
Right.
Yeah.
And do either one of you two foresee yourself doing this over a long period of years?
Yeah. We'd like to continue the show, as long as we can.
Now, you've got your own channel on YouTube, am I correct?
Yes.
Okay, do you have a link to that YouTube channel, or, because I have your site up. Is there a link on your site to it?
Yeah, there's a link on the website.
Okay. I'm going to try to real quick, see if I can find that. Also, I've been to your website and I noticed you have a kit for sale. You want to tell us a little something about that while I try to look for your YouTube channel again?
Yeah. Well, basically, if you go to our website, it says that you can buy a ghost hunting kit. Now, we're not the ones that are actually selling it, but it brings you to Amazon.com once you click on the button, and you can look through the ones you want to buy and the ones that interest you. So we're just trying to advertise the kit, to give
maybe try to inspire other people to do it too.
Yeah.
Okay. And I notice your YouTube channel is Pro and Fa, F-A-H. What does that stand for, might I ask?
FAH we were going to do a show called Finding America's History, but when we made the YouTube account, we were going to make the show, but we decided not to because we didn't want to take the chance on going on like private property and stuff, you know, and accidentally getting caught by the police and all that.
So y'all being real careful in what you do.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, very.
Now, do y'all have any results on any of the videos you got on YouTube?
Yes, we've actually caught mist going across the camera. I mean, they're not very like, you know, like you can't see them that well, but you can actually see that what you can talk about that.
We've got several pieces of evidence here and there. We don't get like tons of evidence. Like if you watch like Ghost Hunters on Sci-Fi, they get tons of evidence. I mean, sometimes they don't, but
they're going to places that's like really, really haunted.
Yeah, they go to places that are really haunted, and we hope to do that one day. But you know that we don't get that much evidence, and we keep the reality in our show and all that.
So where were you hoping to go Monday?
On Monday?
Yeah, you said you had you were hoping to go somewhere Monday. Where exactly were you hoping to go? Do y'all have an investigation lined up?
We're going to do an investigation tonight.
Oh, okay. Where's that going to be at?
Oh, we're going to do it at Marcus's house.
Okay. Now, I pasted your link into my chat room here for anybody that wants to copy and paste it in their address bar. I've pasted your YouTube channel and your website both to make it easy for them to find. Do you guys have any kind of goals that you're hoping to achieve with this TV show, or are y'all just trying to educate the public, or what?
We're trying to like educate the public, and we're just trying to find out more about it to try to like inform others about it and what they should possibly like stay away from, and we're also trying to make it fun for the people, whatever, because people like to watch, you know, ghost investigations and stuff like that. So we're making them for that too, and just to get views. We like views.
Well, have you ever had any really scary type of experiences doing this yet?
Yes, a lot. Actually, one time at my house, this house that we're staying right now, we walked up to my back fence and we heard like whispering and like yelling like right in front of us. So whatever, we actually like ran back and it was like pitch black.
I've actually had an experience at my house. I was in my mom's room and I was talking to her, and then I heard my bedroom door like close, and then I went in there and there was no one there. So then I'm like, okay, this is weird. So then I went back to my mom's room, and then it happened again. So then I was starting to get like a little creeped out, and then so that night I just slept in the living room because like I was really scared.
Well, if you're going to be experiencing this anyway, I guess there's no reason not to record it and make it public.
Right.
Yeah.
So, y'all have any EVPs y'all been accumulating, or have y'all got into that yet?
We do EVPs like most of all the time, but we don't really catch anything. You know, just like birds chirping in the background and all that, just natural sounds.
Every now and then, like we don't really have it because we didn't get any views on it or anything. I don't even think we didn't even have a YouTube channel. It was at my old house and we recorded it, and like we caught something like singing like in the background. It was actually like humming. Remember that?
Oh yeah, it was singing "Mary Had a Little Lamb,"
and which was really creepy. And it seems like it would be in a movie because it's really singing that. I don't know. It sounded like it was humming it. Part of it didn't really make sense, but some of it did, and the part that didn't make sense, it sounded like that.
And then there's another time where, remember, in the EVP, it said my name.
Oh yeah.
It said my name in the EVP, and no one else around us said my name. So when I heard my name in the EVP, I was just like, okay, let's pack up and we're done for tonight.
Yeah.
I was just terrified.
I remember that one time when we caught my name, but we played it backwards. And like,
Yeah.
It said it backwards when we played the video backwards.
Well, have you guys ever thought about getting one of those ghost boxes?
Actually, we have, but we don't really get paid a lot of money, roughly at all, whatever, and they're kind of a lot. But I'm sure we could get one if we really tried.
Oh, I'm pretty sure you could. I know they're getting to be pretty popular nowadays. I had to stop and think of the word I was wanting to use there. I recently did an interview with a man that wrote a book about these here, and I was trying for the life of me, I think his name was Mike Tobert, if I remember correctly, to remember his name, because for some odd reason I can't explain, even though I interviewed him, I'm having a brain fart. Worldwide Radio Suite Ghostbox EVP Alliance is his Facebook group. I knew I had something on him somewhere. Anyway, I was going to say, I'm having a brain fart where his name is concerned. I guess maybe because I've had so many guests, it's getting harder to remember each and every one.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all might can contact him at his Facebook page, and he might can be of some assistance to you with this here, because he knows everybody who's almost ever made a box.
Right.
And maybe he could work with y'all since y'all are, young. He wouldn't expect y'all to have an income. Maybe he could work something out.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you very much for that.
I can't promise it, but I mean, he seemed to be a pretty nice guy when I was talking to him. And I know he's always interested in furthering this field, and it might be worth looking into. Maybe not. I could be wrong, but hey, what the hell? You don't know anything till you try.
Right. You always gotta ask. It never hurts to ask, does it?
Okay. Now, how many people do you have on your team?
We have a total of 4.
It's like a 4-person team?
Yeah, 4-person team. And we haven't had the whole team together yet. So once we get the whole team together,
we've had 3 together. Though.
Yeah, we've had 3 together. It's just hard for the 4th one to get with us because he has to go to his dad's every other weekend, and it's just like really tough. And then like when he is here, like available, he has to go with his mom somewhere, so it's like really hard. But once we get the whole team together, we're gonna do a new technique. Like we go, two team members go over there and 2 team members go over here. So we'll do like a split up.
Okay. Well, have y'all watched any of the other ghost hunting shows on TV and maybe perhaps got some ideas from them?
Yes, we have. Actually, when we first started ghost hunting, we didn't know anything about anything. We didn't even know what an EMF detector was. But when we started watching Ghost Hunters and forget what else it's called, but we watch a lot of that stuff, and we pick up what they do. Because when they catch evidence and they're using that technique, maybe we could try it and catch evidence.
Have y'all had any ideas for any of your own techniques that are unique from anyone else's by any chance?
Stealth mode. We call this thing a stealth mode. We go in pitch blackness by ourselves, and we lay down and we sit, whatever, and just observe the yard when it's just pitch black, and just keep watching for anything that moves and stuff. We just sit and watch.
Yeah, have you ever had any luck with, say, maybe getting pictures of anything?
We don't really do that much, many pictures. Well, we do, but we take more video. And we also do pictures sometimes, but not really a lot.
Okay. And what do y'all think about, orbs? Because there's been a lot of controversy as to what orbs really are. Well,
we think it's like a ball of energy, or whatever. Maybe that's how they like travel, or whatever. Like maybe when a spirit, or whatever, they can like trap themselves in the little ball, and they can actually move around. Like it's just pretty much a little like castle type thing.
So does that mean when you say energy and that and a spirit, You mean that these are actually individuals, in other words, that are in their afterlife form?
Right. Yes,
okay.
Sir.
Yeah, because see, a lot of people, they believe personally that orbs are nothing but dust reflecting off the lens. Quite frankly, I have a lot of trouble with that, especially in a lot of situations. I mean,
right.
the dust don't appear to have any real depth to it, for example.
Right. But you can tell with the dust, like, for one, how far and close away it is, if it looks three-dimensional, and an orb actually gives off light. Like, you can tell if it's an orb if it's actually giving off light, like it's a light source, not just light being reflected. Orbs tend to be way brighter than dust reflecting off the lens and the light.
Okay. And now, why is it you said you haven't done much in the way of pictures yet?
I don't really know about that.
Well, there is one photo that we have on Google Plus, that shows like it looks like three spirits standing in a window of an abandoned house that me and JT found, which JT is the second investigator of our team, and those photos should be on my Google Plus account. I'm not sure. I think they are. I'm going to check right now.
Yes,
And they're on my Google Plus account, and if you go there, it looks like three spirits standing in the window of an abandoned house that we found in the middle of the woods.
sure.
And that's like the only really good photo that we ever took. And
the window was also broken.
Yeah, so the window was broken, so I don't think it could have been a reflection of any type. So I'm just trying to get other people's opinions on it.
Well, have you had any experience with any ectoplasm yet?
No, not yet. We haven't really had any experiences.
Okay. So, what are some of the things that you plan to be covering in future episodes?
We're just trying to get any visual evidence, anything we can get our hands on, pretty much. We're just looking for anything.
Okay. You got a member in your group, and I'm bringing this up because I went to your community and I copied and pasted into the chat room for anybody in there that wants to, come see you over here and join. And I happened to see this name, and I thought that I'd mention to you, you might want to talk to him. His name's Ed Shananahan. He's got a lot of knowledge. He's been doing this for a long time, and he may be able to give you guys some pointers.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Just go to your Google community there, Pro, and scroll down. You'll see Ed Shananahan. Well, you know how to go through your members list, right?
Yeah.
Find him. If you ever have any questions you want, you could probably go to him. He's been on cable TV, and he's actually, he used to be a wrestler at one point in time, but he's done a lot of ghost investigating. He's got his own website up. He's been putting this stuff on. He's had his own cable shows for it, and I'm pretty sure that if y'all had any questions, he could probably answer almost anything you might have.
Okay.
I just wanted to mention that because I saw it and it was on my mind, and I thought it might be helpful to you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
I happen to know a few people from years of doing interviews, but matter of fact, Ed was one of them. That's how I know him. So, how many episodes do y'all have so far?
We have 13.
13. And how long do y'all think this show's going to be ongoing?
I have no clue. A really long time we're going to try.
Yeah.
We're going to try at least till we can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
And how long have y'all been posting shows now to YouTube?
Since October is when we, well, actually, the first actual show, because our first video was actually, first video on YouTube was in October, but our first actual show was on, it could have been October, I believe, episode 1.
Well, okay, so y'all, Okay, well, I was that's on the tip of my tongue, and I'll be doggone if my brain didn't just go all of a sudden. I don't know why it did that, to be honest with you. I was going to ask you something specifically about your show, if I can remember exactly what that was I was going to ask. Oh, I know now. How often do you plan to post a show?
Every Saturday is when we post a show. This week we couldn't. Tonight we're going to do 2 shows and try to release them both on Saturday, so we're on schedule. But usually every Saturday, we'll do a show on Friday night, and then I'll edit the show, put it together, and then at 11:30 that night I'll start uploading it to YouTube, and then by 12 midnight it'll be on YouTube. So it'll be available all day on Saturday and the rest of the week, and on so people can watch it.
Okay. Is there any particular kind of equipment you're using to make your shows with, or pretty much just computer cameras, or what exactly?
We use an iPhone for our primary camera, and we have some security cameras, but we don't really use those anymore because the computer that we have is it's breaking and stuff, and it's just has viruses all over it. So once we get the computer fixed, we can start using the security cameras again.
They do have night vision.
Yeah, they have night vision. There is one episode that we use the security cameras on, and that is episode 11.
Okay. Have you given any thought to maybe airing shows live on, say, Ustream or Google Hangout or somewhere like that?
Actually, yeah, I was thinking about doing a live show on Ustream. I haven't talked to the rest of the team about it yet, but once I get a chance, we can do a live video.
So you do expect to have some future growth then?
Yes.
Okay. Well, what kind of things would you like to tell my listeners about your show that maybe I haven't thought to ask so far?
Well, right now we're in season 4, and we only have 13 episodes. But each season contains 7 episodes, but the previous seasons that we have don't really have all 7 episodes. We just, go from season to season. But we're going to get season 4 over with. Season 4 will have 7 episodes, but when season 4 is over, season 5 will premiere on June 15th. And on June 15th, when season 5 comes out, we plan on having several changes to the show. We're going to be on schedule all the time. We're going to, we're going to try to get more subscribers and viewers on our channel. We're going to tell everyone about it. I try to tell people at school, but this generation, everyone's just that's just lame and you're stupid. But that's just reality, I guess. But I'm really interested. I'm glad that I found the right friends, that are interested in it too. So the show, there's going to be several changes to the show in season 5. We're also going to have a new website. It's going to be a completely redesigned website and all that. But for right now we have, Paranormal Organization .webs.com. So that's pretty much all the real facts about the show right now and what's on the
Yeah, I'm familiar with this webs.com. It's kind of sort of like Ning. They offer you a website that has certain features. I don't think you're using all the features, are you?
No, I haven't really looked into it that much. But when season 5 comes around, I'm going to be all over that.
Okay. Well, do you have any Facebook accounts or any other social networking things going on for you there that people can find you at besides just the Google, and maybe you can let people know about your site at these other places?
Yeah, we have a Facebook page. The Facebook. It was terrifying, and I'm just like, so then we decided just to start hunting for ghosts and stuff. And it was just like really interesting.
How long have we had it going? Yeah.
We've had it going for like at least for
a year and a half.
A year, but we first started the YouTube channel in like October, around there, and that's when we really started, releasing the shows and stuff.
So, did y'all have any discouragement from your parents about doing this type of research? Because I know some parents, especially more religious-oriented ones, might protest to their children doing ghost research.
Well, our parents...
If you ever come to the site on a regular show time and I'm not here and the show's not live, not to give up on me here at Talk Now Radio. What probably happened is I probably went back in the hospital, and when I get back out, I'll probably reschedule that show. Just look for my newsletter or my posting at your Facebook or wherever it was at, so you'll know when the show's rescheduled. If I'm ever late with a show or make a no-show, I will always make them up further down the road. So, Brandon, oh wait, one more thing. If you want to call in and ask questions, the number's 832-632-7904. And I do plan to get that put back up on my site. I just keep forgetting. And also, if you want to learn more about Brandon and Pro, you can go to www. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Talk Now Radio. This is your host, Royce the Redneck Radio Man. And as y'all noticed, I don't have my usual intro. I have a Paranormal Palace, but since I transferred to Talk Now Radio, I haven't got a new intro yet. That'll be coming somewhere down the line. Today, I was going to be interviewing Brandon Hall and one of his co-researchers, Marcus, and we were going to be discussing their ghost research organization and their YouTube channel where they're putting all their videos for this. One of the things I wanted to bring up before I actually started talking to them, though, is since January, since I found out I had emphysema and a couple other lung diseases that are not curable and I'm in a deteriorating condition, I've become a little bit less reliable. So I want to let folks know that paranormalorganization.webs.com, and they got a whole entire site there. And I will be pasting that link into the chat room to make it easy for y'all to copy and paste it in your address bar. So, Brandon, how you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. And it's been nice to meet you recently on your community at Google. And I never did mention to everybody yet, at least not until now, that you also have a Google community called PRO, which stands for Paranormal Research Organization. And there's a lot of people that are starting to join this community where they can talk about ghosts and about his shows and, other things of mutual interest. And if you guys already have a Google account anyway, it's really easy just to click the join button and pop right in. They're very friendly folks over there from what I can tell, and a very nice place to be. Brandon, why don't we start this here out with you telling us a little about yourself and what caused you to want to organize this here video thing? This, I guess you want to call it, an online TV show?
Yeah.
So, yeah, go ahead.
Well, I guess we're just really interested in the paranormal, and what made me really start with the paranormal is, like, I was at Marcus's house, the one that's with us.
Hi, my name's Marcus. He's at my house.
And we had a couple of experiences and stuff. Like we heard, it was just like creepy, and we heard like
whispers, and we also heard like things in the room, like knocking on the walls and stuff.